Coming up on tonight's Wildcast, UA students and faculty protest against possible DEI changes and how a local shelter is helping Tucson's unhoused.
Plus, a local animal shelters continue to deal with overcrowding. Wildcast starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on tonight's Wildcast. I'm Rachel Kietzman.
And I'm Jacob Aries. So Rachel, the 97th Oscars were last night. Did you catch it? What did you think?
I did. I was able to watch a little bit, and I will say I'm disappointed that Timothée Chalamet did not win Best Actor. I think he was robbed. What about you? What were your opinions?
I agree. It's amazing that Anora won 5 Oscars last night. There's just been so many great movies this past year.
Yes, there have been. U of A students are pushing back against upcoming changes to diversity, equity, and inclusion policies. Students and faculty gathered near the mall for a demonstration supporting the DEI programs. They're demanding a commitment that these programs won't be rolled back. This comes after the Trump administration issued executive orders requiring universities to cut their DEI programs and policies. Schools were given 2 weeks to comply or risk losing federal funding. That announcement, UA's president informed possible changes in an email. Groups protesting said they have plans to continue these demonstrations if Shirish Garimella doesn't take actions to stop DEI cuts.
That deadline was last week, so only time will tell how the administration responds. On to some more local news. Tucson's homeless population is rising, causing shelters to work around the clock. To provide support, this raises the question of what the challenges those without a home face. Our UATV3's Michaela Johnson explored those reasons and what can be done to help.
For many experiencing homelessness in Tucson, shelters like the Poverello House, as you can see behind me, serve as a lifeline, providing daytime rest, meals, showers, and a safe space for people to come and rest. But with demand increasing, resources are being stretched thin. I spoke with a shelter worker to understand the reality of this crisis.
We provide resources or outreach programs to where like if they need a job or they need to get like ID or they need kind of if they say have taxes or things like that. Also too, what we provide is if they've had a rough night, need a hot meal, need to take a shower, wash their clothes or anything like that.
According to local advocates, homelessness in Tucson has been rising due to economic challenges, lack of affordable housing, and mental health struggles. Poverello House, founded in 2008, provides a home-like environment for men and women experiencing homelessness.
Donations would be the main, outreach if they can call. And we have a prepared list of the things that we need, so we're not having too many donations. And if they do donate, it's going to a worthy cause instead of just everybody's overloaded. It could be spread out amongst the community to better provide for somebody who needs it.
With services like laundry, showers, and companionship, Poverello House gives people a chance to rebuild their lives in a dignified way. While Poverello House and other shelters continue to provide critical aid, staff members say more community involvement and policy changes are needed to tackle the root causes of homelessness. As Tucson's homeless population grows, the question remains, what more can be done to support those in need? While shelters provide critical aid, many agree that long-term solutions are the key to making a lasting impact. For UATV3, Kayla Johnson.
Pima Animal Care Centers continues to deal with overcrowding, one factor being too many dogs, not enough spaces. Our UATV3's Carly Siegel has more on the concerns in the shelter.
There has been a variety of reasons over the past 3 years why PAC has been at max capacity, with not enough people adopting or fostering their dogs that are housed here. PAC was built to hold 400 dogs, but they are currently squeezing in more than that. Kaylee Murdoch, PAC's public information officer, says there are multiple reasons why the shelter has been at capacity for some time.
We see a lot of pets come in due to financial crisis, due to eviction, due to housing issues. We also see a lot of pets come in stray. About 65% of pets that come into our shelter are strays.
Overcapacity means the shelter is instructed to put some of these dogs down. Murdoch says there are multiple things we could do to avoid that, even if it's a short walk.
By making sure that your dog is wearing an ID tag so that we can get them home if they do end up here, so that they don't stay in a kennel when they have a family at home. You can help by volunteering, by taking dogs out on day trips.
Shayla Henley adopted a furry friend today.
You're going to spend all this money on a dog when you have a pack full of puppies that need help and need a home.
You can give one of these dogs a forever home by looking at the breed and euthanization list that are on PAC's Facebook. For UATV3, I'm Carly Siegel.
After the break, see how UA's orchestra is adding a little bit of magic to their music.
I'm Kate Condon, and you're watching UATV3.
This is Madeline Heinrich, and you're watching UATV3.
I'm Jaden Zelm. I'm Demetra Alarcon.
I'm Carly Siegel.
I'm Delaney Penn.
I'm Gabby Rosenberg.
I'm Rachel. My name's Simone.
I'm Isabella Will.
I'm Avery Klein.
I'm Joey Bernal Alonso.
And I'm Pablo Rojas.
And you're watching
Welcome back to Wildcast. The University of Arizona Philharmonic Orchestra brought something new to the stage, live singers making it their first ever performance with vocals. Last week, the Phil brought Richard Rodgers and Oscar Hammerstein's Cinderella to life with live singers. This makes it the first time that the orchestra is partnering with U of A Opera for a performance. Sophomore cellist Lindsay Stotler shares what it was like to rehearse with the singers.
Fun getting to put it together with singers and as well, and like putting the whole piece together, just because putting a piece together just with an orchestra is amazing and fun, and like putting it together with like singers is just so different and so interesting to like work with them, and sort of we got to have a monitor so that they were watching the conductor as well as us, and it was interesting being able to work together with that kind of thing.
Thrift shopping and antique collecting are popular in Tucson. One of the city's top antique markets is finishing up its remodel just in time for its anniversary. UATV3's very own Jacob Aries visited Midtown Mercantile Marketplace. Take a look.
Midtown Mercantile Marketplace has gone through adaptations over the years. These changes have included a move from their original location of 8 years to a now nearly completed remodel at their new one. The process began back in 2024, right before Thanksgiving, known to be their busiest season. Although initially a bit fearful, owner Tammy Mitchell says it was a big success.
Our best year ever for that holiday weekend, and that is due to the locals showing up and supporting us.
The remodel will be the first major update to the Rancho Shopping Center since 1985. The building will incorporate metal and cream paint for a modern mid-century look. There's much to attribute to the store's success. Sales and floors associate Reagan Reynolds attributes it also to the positive work environment that promotes respect, authenticity, and an emphasis on having fun.
It's important to make a relationship with your coworkers because we are constantly interacting, so we build connections because we are spending so much time together. So that helps with the work environment, and it just feels like a fun, because this is a fun job.
Events like their upcoming anniversary party and other community engagement activities can be found on their social media, where they post daily. You can find them on Instagram at MidtownMM and on Facebook and TikTok on their website at www.midtownmm.com/calendar. You can find more information as well as sign up for their newsletter. Reporting for UATV3, I'm Jacob Aries. Spring break is just around the corner. Whether you're staying on campus or heading out, the university has some safety tips to keep in mind.
Safety officials recommend locking your car and room and store any valuables out of sight. If you're leaving town, take advantage of the spring break vehicle storage parking permit at the 6th Street garage for added security.
And of course, temperatures rise, and make sure to stay hydrated. Officials add that U alerts are a good way to stay in the loop.
So Jacob, do you have any big plans for spring break next week?
I am actually going to be heading out of the country for the first time, and I'm very excited. What about you?
That's amazing. I'm staying a little bit closer. I'm going to Utah, but I'm still really excited about it.
How fun.
Now, don't go away because after this short break, Kate Condon will give you the rundown on everything Arizona sports. Stay with us.
Welcome back to Wildcast. I'm Kate Condon, and tonight I'll be catching you up on Arizona sports from this past week. The Arizona men's basketball team played Utah this past Wednesday. UATV3 reporter Logan Kimmel was there with more.
As we approach the end of the Arizona men's basketball regular season, the Wildcats took on Utah tonight, blowing the Utes out of the McHale Center with an 83-66 point win. The Wildcats hit the court strong, building a double-digit lead over the Utes within the first 8 minutes of the game. Caleb Love tied his career high with 6 threes and a total of 23 points and 7 assists. Hitting 3 after 3, the crowd was getting excited, bringing a lively atmosphere to McHale and contributing to Arizona's ability to keep the lead they had. Utah was unable to find the momentum they needed this game to catch the Wildcats' lead. The Utes having 9 turnovers in the first half and the Wildcats turning that into 17 points led the halftime score to U of A being up 46-32. Beginning the second half with a 14-point lead and within the first 3 minutes of the half expanding that lead to 18 points just pushed the Utes further away from a comeback. Toby Awaka, Jaden Bradley, and Henry Vassar each contributed 12 points, and Awaka took control of the boards, getting 10 rebounds. Being up 22 points with 12 to go in the game, the Wildcats caused the Utes to scramble on offense, causing them to make rush plays and shots that weren't falling. Utah's head coach, Craig Smith, was fired 2 days before the game, and assistant coach Josh Eilert took over this role, which is safe to say was a contributing factor to Utah's performance tonight and the team not being able to shut down Love on offense. Eilert reflects on that gameplay decision in a post-game interview.
They played really good, I probably should have locked him earlier, and done some different things defensively to keep it out of his hands. Probably made that adjustment too late, but no, he's one of the best in the league, and when he's on, he's on. And tonight he was on.
The Utes were able to get the lead down to 11 points with a big 3 from Mason Madden. However, with only 90 seconds left in the game, the Wildcats kept their lead and secured the win on their home court. This is Logan Kimmel reporting for UATV3.
On Saturday, Arizona then headed to Iowa State, where they fell to the Cyclones 84-67. The Cats struggled from deep, shooting just 18.2% from the three-point range. After being down 24 in the second half, Arizona rallied and got within 9 points. However, it wasn't enough to beat the 9th-ranked Cyclones. Moving over to women's basketball, Arizona closed out their regular season schedule with a 71-59 win over ASU. Lauren Swan knocked down 18 points off of three-pointers, and the Wildcats bench outscored the Sun Devils bench 26-3. They secured the 8th seed and a first-round bye in the Big 12 tournament, which begins in Kansas City next week. Arizona baseball played in the Astros Foundation College Classic, where they upset number 1 Texas A&M in a 3-2 win. Down 2-1 at the top of the 9th, the Cats scored 2 runs to secure the lead. Arizona got their second-ranked win of the weekend, beating number 18 Mississippi State 6-5 on Saturday. Then on Sunday, the Wildcats fell 5-1 to number 3 Tennessee, with Adonis Guzman scoring their only run. Arizona softball has been dominating their schedule so far this season. They competed in the Judy Garman Classic over the weekend and won all 5 of the games they played in. This included 2 ranked wins over number 4 UCLA and number 23 San Diego State. The Cats have now improved to 21-2 on their season and remain ranked in the top 10. That's all I have for you today on Arizona Sports. Once again, I'm Kate Condon, and be sure to tune in for the rest of Wildcast with Jacob and Rachel.
Welcome back. That's all we have for you on this week's Wildcast.
Be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can catch up on any shows you may have missed. Once again, I'm Rachel Kietzman.
And I'm Jacob Aries. Make sure to tune in to the starting lineup this Wednesday. We'll see you after the spring break. Be safe, Wildcats.